Thank you, Honourable Speaker. The grade 4 students from Meadows West School have expressed concerns about the safety of our city. One specific idea they had was heightening security in stores and having more patrol cars to better prevent crime and keep the general public safe. Could the Premier or Minister of Justice share what types of protective measures are currently in place to keep the general public safe that students can use if needed?
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
You know, one of the things I heard from the students, Honourable Speaker, was how much they appreciated the police and the work that our law enforcement does every single day. I'm sure they probably had some really positive interactions with police, and they know that it's important to have more police on our streets, and that's why we're funding our police. We're giving them more money to make sure there's more officers on the street. But I also heard from them that they understand that things like drugs and the drug epidemic in our city plays a big factor in their safety. And so that's why I'm working with other departments, the Department of Housing, Addictions and Homelessness, to make sure we get supports, mental health supports and other supports for those who are suffering with drug addiction. We can all work together on this. I appreciate the students bringing those good ideas here to the legislature.
The Honourable Member for Tyndall Park on a supplementary question.
The students of Meadows West have big hearts, and they don't want to see anyone struggling with mental health issues. They have a few ideas where the province could get involved, including free meditation classes and free food and housing so that people don't have to stress. What does this Premier or Health Minister recommend students do if they are or they know someone who is struggling with their mental health?
The Honourable Minister of Health, Seniors and Long-Term Care.
Such a wonderful question from these students. There's a lot of ways we can take care of our mental health and our well-being. Certainly, I would say that our government taking the step of implementing a universal food program at schools is one great way of making sure that students can be focused on their learning and not be hungry in the classroom. There are many ways that you can take care of your health. Former athlete here myself, I say being active and moving your body is another great way as well. And I know that students always feel reassured when they've got a government in place that has their backs and they can trust to be honest and forthcoming. Unlike the previous PC government that we now know definitively based on the Ethics Commissioner's report was dishonest with Manitobans and didn't value protecting their democracy. We're going to protect your democracy and make sure that we work in your best interests as you progress through your life here in Manitoba.
The Honourable Member for Tyndall Park on a final supplementary question.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. This last question was created by the teachers and the students. How would one go about passing a law for more opportunities for outdoor learning? The students defended this idea and said it would be good for mental health, that it would be lots of fun to learn outdoors and that there's a lot to learn outdoors, and that being out in nature is good for the soul, it's fun, and it's freeing. Will the Premier please explain the process and how an idea like this could become legislation?
The Honourable First Minister.
First thing you do is you got to recognize we've got the best education minister in the country here and set up a meeting with her. The idea of a bill like this, you know, if the education minister was to engage with these kids, you know, you'd engage legal counsel to start drafting up a version, you'd bring it here to the House, and every single person who was elected in the last election would have their say first in debate at the various stages of reading at committee, the public would get their say, and then there'd be a vote and potentially royal assent where that was passed into law. All of that depends on respect for our democracy. Yeah. The PC's failed very seriously on that front. Democracy is about respecting the will of the people. We respect it when we lose elections. We also, of course, respect it when we win. They did not. After they lost power, after the PCs were pushed out of office, they still tried to ram through a controversial mining project. That's just wrong. And so today they're trying to escape accountability? No, not good enough. Democracy is too important. We'll keep holding them to account.
Time has expired.